on world football. There is still plenty. Follow the thrilling drama series on Novella E+ as one act of kindness towards a pupil puts a teacher's future on the line in saving grace. Join daily at 20:40 hours and catch up with no greater love every daily at 21:30 hours. So grab a Topstar decoder and subscribe today. Topstar, enjoy digital life.
A lovely and warm welcome. It's now time for the news on Hope Channel Zambia. Let's take a look at stories making headlines. Kasanda arrested and charged for fraud. China hands over 3.5 million United States dollars to support Zambia's drought response through World Food Program. Lieutenant General Solochi has directed ZNS to immediately begin Northern Province roadworks. And in religious matters, Challenge alumni Pathfinders reunite for community service. These stories plus more coming up shortly. To stay with us.
Call off the heat this October with amazing entertainment on Topstar for an affordable price of 210 kwacha on Antenna Classic All Dish Smart. Get ready for the biggest Spanish football showdown, El Clasico. Watch the Titans Real Madrid take on arch rivals Barcelona on Sunday, 26 October at 17:15 hours live on Sports Premier. Who will claim victory? Also catch the Bundesliga special when Bayern take on Gladbach on Saturday, 25th October at 15:30 hours live on World Football. There is still plenty. Follow the thrilling drama series on Novella E+ as one act of kindness towards a pupil puts a teacher's future on the line in saving grace. Join daily at 20:40 hours and catch up with no greater love every daily at 21:30 hours. So grab a Topstar decoder and subscribe today. Topstar, enjoy digital life.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Bright Sinkozi with the news in detail. Police in Lusaka have arrested and charged a Lusaka businessman for obtaining money by false pretenses. Shadrach Kasanda, 36, of Ibex Hill in Lusaka, has been charged with one count of obtaining money by false pretenses, contrary to Section 309 of the Penal Code, Chapter 87 of the Laws of Zambia. Police Deputy Public Relations Officer Godfrey Jilabi says the suspect is alleged to have obtained 275,500 United States dollars from Africa Tango Limited under the pretext that he would supply them with 20 kilograms of gold. Mr. Chilabi says the incident allegedly happened between July 27, 2018 and October 20, 2018 in Lusaka. The suspect has been released on police bond and is yet to appear in court.
Police in Lusaka have formally charged and arrested Shadrach Kasanda, 36, of Ibex Hill, Lusaka, with one count of obtaining money by false pretenses, contrary to Section 309 of the Penal Code, Chapter 87 of the Laws of Zambia. He is alleged to have obtained 275,500 United States dollars from Africa Tango Limited under the pretext that he would supply them with 20 kilograms of gold. The incident is reported to have occurred between July 27, 2018 and October 20, 2018 in Lusaka district. The suspect has been released on police bond and is awaiting his court appearance.
Now, the government of the People's Republic of China has handed over a contribution of 3.5 million United States dollars to the World Food Programme, WFP, in support of Zambia's food security and drought recovery efforts. Speaking at the handover and launch ceremony in Lusaka today, Republican Vice President Mutale Nalumango described the donation as a significant demonstration of enduring friendship between and solidarity between Zambia and China, noting that it comes at a critical time when the country continues to mitigate the devastating efforts and effects of the 2023-2024 El Nino-induced drought. Mrs. Nalumango said the Food Security Drought Response Plan has not yet concluded as government through DMMU continues to deliver humanitarian aid to affected communities, adding that the latest contribution from China will greatly complement ongoing national efforts to ensure that no Zambian is left behind in the recovery process. She commended the World Food Programme for its continued collaboration with government in coordinating food distribution and humanitarian responses. Speaking at the same event, Deputy Director General of the China International Center for Economic and Technical Exchanges, Li Shuyin, said the donation forms part of the Global Development and South-to-South Cooperation Fund, under which the World Food Programme implements food aid projects supported by China. Ms. Li explained that her organization, which operates under China's Ministry of Commerce, is responsible for coordinating, monitoring and managing international cooperation and foreign assistance projects. She emphasized China's commitment to deepening cooperation with African countries, saying that there can be no modernization of the world without the modernization of China and Africa. Ms. Li further said that the Zambia Food Aid Project represents not only a humanitarian initiative, but a shared pledge by China, the United Nations and Zambia to confront food insecurity and promote agricultural development. She added that her organization will continue working closely with the WFP Zambia Country Office and other UN agencies to implement the consensus reached by the leaders of China and Zambia and to advance practical cooperation that improves people's livelihoods. Now, former pathfinders of Challenge Main SDA Church from 1990 to 2000 gathered for a heartwarming reunion dubbed Giving Back to a Church. Separated by marriage and work, among other reasons, the alumni organized a community service event focusing on painting the ablution block and cleaning the surroundings of the church. Group leader Evangelist Mwan Salesa says the alumni conduct this noble service after 2 years to appreciate their spiritual foundation. Evangelist Lesa says the group has spent 15,000 kwacha towards the community service.
They rolled up their sleeves to clean the church surrounding, ensuring a tidy and clean environment for worship. They worked together to give an ablution block a fresh coat of paint, improving the overall appearance of the church. Separated by circumstances like marriage, work, career chase, these are Challenge Seventh-day Adventist Church Pathfinders from 1990 to 2000 that have come together to give back to their spiritual foundation. Challenger Mission District Pastor Lavmo Mazuba Mwana Mujende is grateful that the team can still trace their roots.
We have received the people that were pathfinders a long time, perhaps even me before I was even in Pathfinder. But they have come and they decided in their group as a reunion that they may come and just gather and do something to the church that was there in their foundation. Ellen White tells us that to build a foundation must be between the age 0 to 7. And in this period, these were groomed at Challenge. And so I am excited as a district pastor to see these that grew up at Challenge come back to come and share a little. They are painting our toilets and they just whispered to me, say, Pastor, we are also coming with bigger projects.
Team leader Evangelist Mwansalesa says they have reconnected to help reignite their faith.
As the alumni of the 90 old Pathfinders, a leadership that was inculcated in us, the moral and the spiritual support that was put in us, we decided that obviously we appreciated for some of us to be where we are today. In the Copper Belt, some are worshiping in different churches, and yet we've not forgotten where we came from, Challenge Seventh-day Adventists. So we are painting the ablution block and also cleaning the main church out of our own little resources. We appreciate the importance of giving back. So what we are doing here costs not less than 15,000 in monetary form, and also contribution of materials that we are using to paint and also to clean.
Pathfinder directors then have shared some of their memories and have encouraged other Pathfinder leaders to help the young ones grow in a godly way.
I've been the Pathfinder director for the longest serving Pathfinder director actually at Challenge Seventh-day Adventist Church. We felt to say, because this group was, they were Pathfinders from 1990 up to 2000, communicated to say, let's just do a community service. It has been easy to get in touch, and it's very important to work out with these people because this has helped us to get along and to know whatever one is doing. Of course, we've had others that have gone back a little bit in terms of church, but because we communicate, we always communicate, and this brings them back to the work of God.
The leaders that was leading this group from 1994 to 2000. We've not seen each other in a long time, but we first connected in 2023. But this time around, we actually agreed that we'll be meeting at least every couple of years or so. But then what we decided to do this time around is that instead of us just meeting and having some lunch and catching up, we thought we would actually also give back to the church, give back to the community. And hence we came up with the project of coming to clean the Challenge Men SDA church. We are cleaning and scrubbing the church. We are also painting the ablution block for both the ladies and the gents, and making some repair works here and there just to ensure that even the ablution block is actually up to good standard.
Others have shared some memories of their nicknames.
So my nickname at that time was Dominic. You know, Dominic came about from the camp. We attended the Pathfinder camp. That was in Chisamba. I was nicknamed by that name by my leader, Priscilla. Yes. So yeah, it was very nice to know, and I adopted that name as Dominic. So even up to now, some friends call me Dominic. Yeah. So it's really good.
Living in a busy world where the devil is so busy attacking and bringing different kind of activities. So as parents, we shouldn't give up. We should always pray and encourage for our kids to always take part in church programs.
Mebo Chitimbiti, Hope News, Lusaka.
Thanks a lot, Mebo, for that report. Now, Zambia National Service ZNS Commander Lieutenant General Maliti Solochi has directed officers to immediately commence rehabilitation and maintenance of feeder roads in Northern Province following a request from the provincial administration. The directive came after Lieutenant General Solochi paid a courtesy call on Northern Province Minister Leonard Mbao, who sought ZNS support as several councils have faced delays in completing road projects due to limited human resource. During his visit, the ZNS commander also inspected various ongoing service projects in the province and reaffirmed ZNS's commitment to the presidential directive on water investment, highlighting the need for dam construction in selected areas. He further emphasized that the service's goal is to realign officers to contribute to national development, particularly in agriculture and other developmental projects. And Northern Province Minister Leonard Mbao commended the ZNS for adhering to presidential directives, ensuring projects meet high standards of quality, cost effectiveness, and timeliness.
People influence is negative. If we say something influences positively, people influence positively. The Commander-in-Chief was influencing us positively by saying that money in this pocket and the money in this pocket, it belongs to one body. Yeah, so if we have personnel, like you have mentioned, who are very qualified to run the CDF equipment that has been bought, CDF money, it's the same government. So we are ready to actually work with them and even work together with the equipment so that we can work on the roads together as a team. But like you have mentioned, you already have CDF funds. So me, I'm ready to tell my general, as he's listening, these are instructions I'm giving him. When I'm speaking, he's speaking out implied tasks. That's how we operate as a military honorable minister. So when you speak, when the president speaks, we are listening to him. We are giving it, we are getting implied tasks. So even him now is receiving it, the implied tasks. When I'm saying that the money from this pocket and this pocket is one government, one person, he is listening that actually must work together with the CDF funds. The only thing that we may ask for is that we be assisted with the equipment which is here. Then we can have a catalog of all of it so that we know the set of equipment that is here, so that even him, he puts up the equipment which is here, so that we form a team. If we say we agree, we put up a rota. We agree that we are going to start with maybe Chambeshi Ring Road. Then we go. Maybe we can even start with that road.
That one, please, if you can help us the way you have said, would it be great?
Yes.
Then, based on the pronouncements that you have made, may I take this opportunity to ask the PS to call upon all the council secretaries in this province,
Yes.
together with RDA. Yes, we take stock of the acro bridges that are there. Also, we take stock of the equipment that we have each district, and the roads, the key roads that we need to work on, so that we have got that. Then we can contact ZNS so that we can now make a plan on how we can proceed. I think considering the time, let's do it as early as yesterday, so that we can at least do something before the advent of the rains.
You are watching the news on Hope Channel Zambia. Just now, let's take a break. We have more stories on the other side. To stay with us.
Call off the heat this October with amazing entertainment on Top Star for an affordable price of 210 kwacha on Antenna Classic OD Smart. Get ready for the biggest Spanish football showdown, El Clasico. Watch the Titans Real Madrid take on arch rivals Barcelona on Sunday, 26 October at 17:15 hours live on Sports Premium. Who will claim victory? Also catch the Bundesliga special when Bayern take on Mönchengladbach on Saturday, 25th October at 15:30 hours live on World Football. There is still plenty. Follow the thrilling drama series on Novella E+ as one act of kindness towards a pupil puts a teacher's future on the line in Saving Grace. Join daily at 20:40 hours and catch up with No Greater Love airing daily at 21:30 hours. So grab a Top Star decoder and subscribe today. Top Star. Enjoy digital life.
Thank you so much for still staying with us, and now for the rest of the news. The Conservation Farming Unit, CFU, has heightened the promotion of climate-smart agriculture practices across 6 districts in the country to enhance productivity and incomes of smallholder farmers. CFU Project Coordinator Dr. Oliver Wolaya says Climate Smart Agriculture Program is targeting to reach 52,000 through different models in Kalomo, Joma and Mazavoga in Southern Province. Dr. Wolaya says farmers from Chibombo in Central Province, Mumbwa and Chongwe in Lusaka Province are among the beneficiaries. He said from the 52,000, 32,400 will undergo training, while 19,600 will be reached through field days in which climate-smart agricultural practices will be showcased. Dr. Wolaya was speaking during the CFU Roadshow promotion. And German Agency for Development Corporation, GIZ Southern Province Regional Coordinator Jimuga Mulowa says GIZ has partnered with the Ministry of Agriculture and CFU to mitigate the negative effects of climate change. Mr. Mulowa noted that promotion of climate-smart agricultural practices is key as climate change reduces the food security and income of smallholder farmers.
The Conservation Farming Unity, CFU, has heightened the promotion of climate-smart agriculture practices across 6 districts in the country to enhance productivity and incomes of smallholder farmers. CFU Project Coordinator Dr. Oliver Wolaya says 52,000 farmers will be reached out through different climate-smart agriculture program modules in Kalomo, Choma and Mazabuka in Southern Province. Dr. Wolaya further observed that other districts to be reached out in climate-smart agriculture practices are Chibombo in Central Province and Mumbwa and Chongwe in Lusaka Province.
This program is earmarked to support our farmers in advancing climate-smart agriculture. We expect, equipment companies, seed companies, and others to showcase their products and services.
And German Agency for Development Corporation, GIZ, Southern Province Regional Coordinator Chimuka Mloa, says GIZ has partnered with the Ministry of Agriculture and CFU to mitigate the negative effects of climate change.
We are aware that climate change significantly reduces the household food security of the farmer and also their income. Sustainable agricultural systems and policies, or AGSIS in short, has partnered with CFU and Ministry of Agriculture so that we can bring these measures, we pilot these measures so that we see how they can help the farmer.
Gideon Hankwebo is a host farmer.
Farmer bwenu mumuberega bamba kuti ndinywe engineer GC pona ndazumina mbebo ikuti ndinywe ibabo ba driver maumi abantu mugatekanyika yonse.
The trio was speaking during the CFU Roadshow promotion in Mapanza in Choma District. Reporting, Lawrence Kabutu in Choma, Southern Province.
Thanks, Lawrence from NAIS with that detailed report. Now, Green Economy and Environment Minister Mike Mposha has hailed Green Living Movement, GLM, for being a trusted partner with government for 25 years in environmental stewardship. Mr. Mposha said GLM has provided a continuous service to the environment and the people of Zambia and beyond. He said this has been 25 years of pursuing a clear vision, commitment to the environmental cause, and of building strong partnerships with the government, communities, and stakeholders in advancing landscape restoration, livelihood enhancement, and climate justice. Mr. Mposha said for over 2 decades, Green Living Movement has stood as one of the most dependable and transformative civil society organizations in Zambia, providing financial and technical support to local communities. He said GLM has supported government in the formulation and review of key policies and frameworks in various development sectors, including environmental management, climate change, forestry, mining, agriculture, and energy. Mr. Mposha said this during the commemoration of GLM's Silver Jubilee in Lusaka in a speech delivered on his behalf by the ministry's director of the Department of Green Economy and Climate Change, Ephraim Shitima.
By empowering smallholder farmers, women, youth, and persons with disabilities to adapt to climate change, GLM is helping to build a low-carbon and climate-resilient Zambia. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, GLM has also demonstrated an unwavering commitment to partnerships, coordination, and shared values. This can be seen from the role it has played over the years in the establishment of many development networks in Zambia and beyond, including the Zambia Climate Change Network, ZCCN, Zambia Alliance for Agroecology and Biodiversity, ZAAP, the SCOPE Zambia, Center for Environment Justice, CEJ, Climate Smart Agriculture Alliance Zambia, and Africa NGO Alliance for Environmental Sustainability. GLM was also sat on boards of other networks, including PELAM Zambia and Zambia Land Alliance. This distinguished collaboration with other like-minded organizations reflects GLM's understanding that sustainable development is a collective responsibility.
We, the board of directors of GLM, are determined to continue providing governance oversight to the best of our ability because we believe in what the organization stands for. Guests of honor, ladies and gentlemen, we are greatly inspired by all of you for coming to be part of the family gathering. I know each one of us has a story to tell about the relationship with the organization. You are all truly part of GLM's story. You are the reason why GLM has attained this milestone. I urge you all to continue supporting this dynamic organization for the good of our society and the survival of the earth.
Meanwhile, Chief Chibale of the Lala-speaking people of Serenje district in Central Province has offered 100 hectares of land to the Green Living Movement, GLM, for the establishment of a center of excellency in sustainable development. Chief Chibale reflected on the shared timeline between his royal establishment and GLM, noting that he ascended the throne in August 1999, just months before the organization began its operations in 2000. He described the Silver Jubilee not simply as a celebration of GLM's existence, but as a recognition of the deep relationship built over 25 years through trust, mutual respect, and collaboration. The traditional leader stated that GLM has played a transformative role in social, economic, and environmental development across Serenje district, particularly within his chiefdom. He explained that the organization has worked closely with the local communities, listening to their challenges and building solutions rooted in indigenous knowledge and cultural values. Chief Chibale mentioned that through training in agroforestry and sustainable land use, GLM has empowered farmers to conserve soil, use organic fertilizers, manage water resources, and integrate livestock into farming systems.
Another key area of GLM's impact has been in market linkage, value addition, and enterprise development. In Serenje, our people are no longer just producers, they are entrepreneurs. GLM has helped transform farming from a mere survival undertaking into a source of economic empowerment. This work has improved household incomes and supported the broader economic development of our communities. Equally important, GLM has played a vital role in promoting and preserving
our indigenous seeds. These seeds are part of our cultural identity. They carry resilience, heritage, and are of cultural importance to our traditions. Through GLM's support, many farmers in Serenge are once again planting traditional seed varieties that are better adapted to our soils and climate.
I can assure you that in 2 years' time or before the end of this year, something will happen in Nazongwe through the team of Mr. Mutamba. I don't have much to say. I'll say we shall work together than ever before.
So you're coming, green living in Mumbwa. When I met them when we were opening the seed bank, I requested that they should open more outlets within the chiefdom so that my people can learn how to preserve the soils where they're growing their food, the soils that are giving them the money, the soils that will give us health bodies. So the 25 years has been a 25 years of preserving people's lives.
As we end the news, let's recap on stories that made headlines. Kasanda arrested and charged for fraud. China hands over 3.5 million United States dollars to support Zambia's drought response through World Food Program. Lieutenant General Solochi directs ZNS to immediately begin Northern Province roadworks, and Chilenge alumni pathfinders reunite for community service. Thank you so much for your time. On behalf of the entire studio and production team, I'm Bright Sinkers. Pleasant viewing and God bless.